I don't know. Got any topics? So I will say before we like dive into stories that one of the YouTubers that I follow that I absolutely love, if you love true crime, highly suggest Kendall Ray. She's phenomenal. She like donates to these families and helps them, and she really, I don't know, she's just wonderful. But she recently recovered a case about a broker from Connecticut. So I have been taking notes, and I do want to do an episode on that. I would like the three of us to be here for it, but so look out for that because I really have been doing my research and like screenshotting the images and like following the storyline so that way I can like present it to you guys properly. But I'm excited about that. It's like a crazy case.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was like, when she was like talking about it and she was like, from Connecticut, I was like, what? So that's right in our neck of the woods. I figured it would be fun to talk about. And since we're both like true crime junkies, I think Cheyenne might be too. So our first story, it's a Reddit story from True Off My Chest. Strangers just walked into my fucking house. This happened 15 minutes ago. I'm the only tenant in the upstairs unit of a large house. The main floor has been refurbished, and I guess viewings have started. All entrances connect from the foyer. I got home from work an hour ago, which means I'm listening to music, cooking, and tonight in my underwear. 3 people opened my door and walked in. No knock, just started coming up my stairs. I have never felt so scared in my life. Living alone as a woman is fucking scary enough. They thought my unit was the one for viewing. Truly, I'm writing this because my adrenaline is going. I've never fucking yelled at people that loud in my life. I was prepared to dump the boiling pasta water on their heads. Good to know my fight or flight is working, I guess. They didn't even turn around to leave. The agent wanted to check her paperwork and started to argue that she had the correct unit. She's doing another showing now, and I want to go ruin it. Fuck. I feel like you're supposed to knock.
Okay, so as somebody who has had strangers walk into my house, although they were crackheads, not somebody like trying to review it. So fucking scary though.
Yeah.
Like, but also, as so
they must have like a master key.
I could understand the mistake if like it was a multifamily that was for sale, and I have had that. I've walked into somebody's fucking apartment before for a multifamily for sale. In my defense, I did knock, but I don't know. Weird thing.
Yeah.
Yes. No, and then you walk out. I would never I literally walked out. Like, oh my god! Like, opened the door, started to open the door, and the person was like, at that point, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, close the door. I stepped out and I waited for them to come out. I would not. You're wrong. Be wrong. Like, it's okay to be wrong.
Yeah.
Knock on the door. Like, and I get it. I'm guessing the one that it was supposed to be was empty. So
it says edit. The door was locked, y'all. The agent had the master key.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, they obviously didn't have.
So I would never rent to put a lock on the door. Not that it's her fault, but like
No, definitely not. But I agree with that. That's probably a good idea. That's like the first thing I would do. Also though, like, she's the only one that lives upstairs.
Yeah.
Like, the downstairs is what's being refurbished. I'm sure that was made clear by the seller.
Yeah. Especially if viewings, this is the first time somebody's walked into, if it was continuing to happen, I would think there was clearly some sort of miscommunication going on. But
yeah,
you don't look into that before showing your client a property,
so
whether or not it's the second floor or the first floor.
Right, like you go over all your facts, like
Yeah.
you go over everything before you go to the showing. You make sure that you have the right address, the right house, the right time. I mean, that's what I would do because I'm just a paranoid person. I'd be like, oh my god, what if I thought
I
it
triple
was...
check everything all
Yeah.
the time.
So that's so strange. So there is an update. The update is new agent will be doing the showings for the unit. So the seller must have fired that agent.
Yeah.
Which I would too. I mean,
Wait, so it wasn't even a buy, like a buy, like a, or not a buyer, because I guess it's like a rental, but like, or I guess I know it could be. It wasn't even like the prospective tenants. It was literally the.
no, I think it's like the selling agent.
That's
has to
even
go-
more mental. Like, did you not? Were you what?
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah,
I
no,
could be wrong, but yeah, like
That's even more insane.
when you went to list the property or work
You
as
didn't.
the
You
se-
didn't even. You didn't see it. You didn't look at it. You didn't have it photographed. Like, I don't understand.
No, I know. There's something fishy, something not right. The top comment is an agent got fined $7,000 for entering a property without notice booking while the owners were home.
Yeah.
Like, those are things that you need to be careful.
No, I'm literally like traumatized by walking into somebody's like apartment.
Yeah.
And I didn't even walk in. I opened the door.
Like cracked it.
But like, yeah, and it was well, I was gonna say I want to say it was the first time that I met those clients that I was working with, but it wasn't, luckily. But yeah, the guy, and then like all the lights were off and everything, like too, and
He was hiding from you.
he was like sitting right near the door too, like watching TV in his
So-
underwear actually. But
People
I
are
like,
so
you know what I mean? I like opened all the lights were off. He was the owner. It was like an approved showing too. Like he owned the multifamily. But I don't know. Apparently he was told a different time. I don't know. He was told a different time.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god. Yeah, there's another comment. Oh yeah, there are plenty of people, some more paranoid than others, where if you walk into someone's house unexpectedly, a lot of people are going to think it's a home invasion and you may end up having to stare down the barrel of a
oh
shotgun.
my god, like
Literally, if somebody walked into my house, I'd be like, oh my god, what can I use to defend myself? Like, she was gonna pour boiling water on them. I would have done the same.
yeah, no.
You never
The time that somebody walked into my house, I like freaked out.
Oh my God.
I'll like order a DoorDash or an Instacart or whatever.
I
and
hide.
I'll watch them from the window, like, and wait for them to drive away before I open it. Josh is like, you're so weird.
I do the exact same thing. I hide around the corner of my kitchen, and then my dogs stop barking because they're leaving. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I can go
He
now.
tells me I'm weird. And I'm like, you're weird. You are ready to fight. I have to warn him if there's a delivery like coming. I literally, if I'm like going somewhere or I'm gonna be like in a different part of the house, or if he's outside, I'll be like, there's an Instacart coming. Like, don't
hurt
attack
them. don't
But
hurt
I'm weird because I don't want to see them face to face.
I don't think so. I think and also like I feel like it's just like our child instincts. So like when I was home alone as a kid, my mom would be like, "Don't open the door if anybody knocks on the door," and like UPS would come and I'd legit like hide.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "All right, closets, everyone." Like.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I like watch from afar.
Okay, so this one is a short one, but it's from 13 days ago.
Fresh.
It's from Reddit Realtors. 2 clients, 1 house. I'm in a bit of a pickle. I have 2 different clients that want to submit an offer on the same listing. Both are strong offers. Thoughts? That's gonna be so hard.
Personally, in that circumstance, I think I would ask somebody I trust from my office to meet me. Just at least for that one offer.
Yeah.
You know, take it, say, hey, if this offer gets accepted, for 50% referral fee. If it doesn't, I want to continue working with my buyer. Because I don't feel like there's an you're submitting this offer for your client, you're aware of like the specific details of at least one competing offer, and I feel like it's kind of unethical, you know, unless you talk to both of them and you said, hey, like, I just feel like, I feel like either way you're kind of like, what do you do?
Yeah, no, I don't think, because like you're representing both of them, so, and then what if one of them gets their offer accepted and the other doesn't, and then they're clearly gonna find out that you're on, like you supported another person getting that. So the top comment is, call your broker at 8:30 a.m. your time.
Yeah.
Like, and then the next comment is, you need to pick a horse, preferably the one that will cross the finish line. And then somebody said, gotta refer one out to another agent in your office. And then somebody commented back to that and said, not in Texas, you don't, but I always do. And that's like true too, is like depending on like the state that you're in, laws are different, and dual agency is not okay in some states. So, but I guess that's not dual agency.
No, but it's
a very
pickle.
it is a pickle. They definitely nailed it on the head with the title. This one's right up your alley because you love your closing gifts that you give to people. Closing gift for divorcing couple. I typically get clients a small closing gift. For sellers, I've been giving a sketch or a painting of the house they sold, or something along those lines. My current sellers are in the middle of a divorce, and it's barely civil. They will close separately. I helped the wife buy a new place and did get her a painting of the new house when she closed there. She's also a good friend. Husband is living somewhere else temporarily, so that wouldn't be a good gift for him. He's also been difficult and unkind to me at times, mostly due to my friendship with his wife. My conduct has been completely professional with both of them, and I sold their house in a day. Should I get them anything? And if so, what? I think a painting of the marital house might stir up some bad feelings, and they are well off, so they don't need things like gift cards, which I sometimes give to first-time homebuyers. I'm considering a thank you note and leaving it at that. Thoughts?
I think it could be fine, but however, like, I still think no matter how well off you are, like, a gift card could still be beneficial. Like,
yeah.
So he's staying somewhere else temporarily, but do either of them still have like a significant amount of furniture items in the house? You could pay for a U-Haul. You know, like, again, a gift card. Even if you're well off, like a gift card, it's sometimes like just an excuse to go. You know, it doesn't have to be a gift card that they require. It doesn't need to be like to Lowe's or like for something they need. But do you know what his favorite restaurant is? Like, get him a gift card. Like, it's just a thoughtful gesture.
Right.
Even if they don't need it.
Yeah.
No, but I think a thank you card is acceptable, especially if the guy's a dick.
Yeah, and she already got her friend something because
like
she closed on a house.
Your friend, you know what I mean? I don't know. Get drinks.
Yeah, right. Go to dinner.
Congrats on your loss.
Yeah.
Your win.
The first comment is Tinder premium subscription for a year.
There you go.
But then he says, jokes aside, husband's probably being an ass because he's going through a divorce, so I wouldn't take it personally. Maybe find a hobby he mentioned, like golf or whatever, and get him something to that extent. I would not do a painting of the home they had to sell for their divorce, lol. And the OP responds, agree on all counts. I'm not offended. I'm just not endearing. I know of no hobbies. He did just get a dog, so maybe something related to that. I think something related to the dog would be perfect, depending on the type of dog. Our golden retriever always wore neckerchiefs, so maybe something like that with the dog's name, or a set of different holidays, or a little basket of dog toys, or a set with different holidays. Oh, like the handkerchiefs. I was like, what?
I always include the dog.
Yeah,
dog in
right.
My closing gift. I usually get like a clown.
Especially if like the dog is their baby.
Yeah.
Like you can just tell with some people.
Can't go wrong with a clown. That's my opinion.
I really don't think. Yeah.
You should sponsor this video.
I love Kongs. I just ordered two of the extra large ones because I have extra large dogs.
I love the Kong tire.
I haven't gotten that. I got a Jolly Ball for my pit bull and she destroyed it in a day. So she just destroys everything. Like literally, I got her. She used to have a Bully Box subscription because they're those like hard.
Yeah,
toys.
I wanted to get one for Orlok, but he's a strong chewer. We don't do stuffed toys at all, just because
they'll just destroy them.
And the kids' stuffed animals, like it's very confusing.
Yes.
So,
yes.
but he's a pretty tough chewer, but he's a small dog. And I feel like those sorts of things are often geared towards large dogs, and
he's not.
No.
I'm sure they have like a small. I think you can choose the size though. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I canceled it after COVID.
Yeah. He loves his Kong, and we've had the same Kong for a year.
Hasn't he in it?
He's still, it's like getting like worn, and then we got him the Kong tire for Christmas, and he likes that a lot.
Yeah, I bet Zoe would like that. She's a chewer. She loves chewing. I just get them those hard, like the Bennett bones.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kongs are great. Love those. You like fill them with peanut butter and put in the freezer.
Yeah. We had done we tried like Nyla bones, like at first. He destroys them so bad.
Them too. They say that they're not good for them. No.
Yeah, well luckily we don't.
Yeah, no. I just don't like how they like shred.
Yeah, and they're like not like.
No, like the Bennett bones, like they get like little tiny pieces of it off, but it's like nothing. And I've asked my vet about them, and they say that they're fine. So Lord knows I've been at the vet a lot. So do we want to keep the animal trend? Because I have a story about animals. So it's another Reddit story from True Off My Chest. My roommate got a dog behind my back. Hey, so I'm new here, but I hate this situation I'm going through, and I don't know what else to do except tell strangers. So let's just say that my roommate is named Jan. For legal purposes, that isn't her name.
Jan.
So for context, my apartment only allows cats. No other animal is allowed, in caps. Is what's on the website and the lease. So Jan has this dog illegally in my unit. I have voiced my concerns, but I'll show those messages in the comments possibly. But I have voiced my concern and even gave Jan an option to leave the puppy with her parents until the lease period is over with, or talk to the complex, since she heavily relies on her parents to help pay for the puppy in the first place. Also, Jan doesn't have a job or pay her own rent. That is through her parents and also gets allowance from them to help with power. She didn't do anything, so Monday of this week I took my concerns to management and they said they'll give her notice. Either the dog goes or her. Well, it's Friday and puppy is still in the apartment, so let me set things straight. I love animals, every single one. I love dogs, but not so much that it could get us in an eviction notice since dogs aren't allowed on the premises. Also, a little short story is that before she moved in, I had a traumatic experience which brought the realtor up to inspect the place, and I asked if I can get a dog, so she complied. Well, I learned fast with work and school, I couldn't provide the time or energy to the dog. So I ended up giving him to a better loving home, and the realtor knows I don't have said dog, but because my roommate thinks I have the dog, she thought it was a good idea to get one behind my back. Well, I'm scared to get an eviction notice for having said puppy, and also I had 2 cats. I had to relocate one for the time being until she is old enough to be on the lease. But I also have another cat that completely hates dogs, where she doesn't eat or use the litter until she makes herself sick, where I have to go to the vet. She's already noticing things change and that her sister is missing. She is also aware of the dog. She is stressing already and she won't leave my side. Jan already locked my cat in my room to let the puppy, who isn't supposed to be here, out. She said it was only for 5 minutes, but I don't know if that's true because I don't even think she tells me the truth at all. It's Friday night and the office for the complex is closed, and I have evidence the dog is whining. I don't want this to sound Karenish, but I just don't want to suffer the consequences I'm not responsible for.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jan's like the asshole.
For
but
sure.
Also, low-key sounds like OP is actually just salty that she wanted to have a dog and didn't have the time for it, and now her roommate has a dog. Because if OP was given the okay to have a dog, then I don't understand why Jan wouldn't get the okay to also be able to have the dog. Though it is, if it's not on you, like, you need to figure those things out ahead of time, Jan. Talk to people, talk to your roommate, like, make sure it's okay, like, you are the asshole. Also, OP sounds just, like, really bitter, but, like, at the end of the day, it's nobody's business but Jan and her parents, how much they're funding her life. Like, if your rent, Jan's part of the rent is being paid, Jan's part of the bills are being paid, it's not really your business
where it's coming from.
That's, but, you know, whatever, like, Jan should probably grow up in all aspects, but it's not OP's business.
We don't know how old they are either.
No. Yeah, it does sound like she's just upset, like, that she didn't have the time for the dog.
When she
had to, I don't understand she had to rehome the cat.
For an age. I know, that's why I looked at you and I was like, wait, the cat has to be a certain age to
I
live
don't
at the
understand.
apartment.
I don't get that, but, like, okay.
It sounds like the apartment kind of, like, whoever owns the apartment or makes the lease kind of does whatever they want. I mean, they're allowing dogs, they're allowing cats, but then they're not. I don't know. When she went into that whole story of how she got a dog and didn't have time for it, I was like,
yeah, I think that she's just upset that she wanted to have a dog and didn't have time for it. Like,
yeah, and now Jan has one. And, like, I get that it's probably upsetting to her cat, and that's stressful.
Yeah, and I mean, again, Jan definitely, like, conversation should have been had beforehand. Like, she is the asshole.
It sounds like they don't like each other very much.
No.
Like, don't have much respect for each other.
That's what happens when you fucking
live with roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm friends with, like, one person that I used to live with.
I've never really lived with, oh no, I did live with this one girl. We're not friends.
We did 3 stories, but that, like, 2 clients, 1 house one was super short. Should we do another?
Sure.
I'm on a true off my chest kick, I guess. So this one's off of true off my chest as well. I'm finally doing it, starting my career at 33. I have been serving tables for 15 years. I get by, but I now have a family to take care of. So things went from getting by to barely getting by with never having extra money to do anything. I have had prospects of doing something else when I got older and had a family, and now that time is here. I will be taking my real estate exam for the state in 2 weeks, and it's unreal that it's happening. I've been studying for about a month, took 63 hours of pre-licensure course work, getting fingerprints and background check in a couple of days, and already have a brokerage lined up to work for, where I have friends whom work there and are very experienced realtor who is a close friend of mine, going to be my mentor. She's a top 20 producer in the state for this particular firm. I honestly never saw this day coming, and now that it's almost here, I can't help but feel ecstatic about it. I was hoping to have one of you reading this that may have taken this path of server gone realtor and maybe could lend me some advice. I'm aware that at the beginning of this career, especially the first year, it's very slow going and may not be very lucrative at first. I plan on keeping my serving job, evenings serving tables at a fine dining restaurant, and purchasing business cards to pass out to potential clients. I guess I'm not technically done serving because I will be keeping the exact same schedule, but adding a second job into the mix. Just wanted to put it out there in the Reddit world of this huge change currently happening in my life and looking for words of wisdom, encouragement. Thanks for reading.
Good for her.
Yeah, ending on a wholesome note. Yeah, the top comment is congratulations. And then there's a comment 31 here and halfway through programming degree. This gives me encouragement. There's no real advice, just a lot of congratulating, which is exciting. I think it's a good idea. I mean, she sounds like she's got her head on straight. She's going to keep her serving job. She has realistic goals that she's not going to be a millionaire.
Realistic expectations. And it seems like she has people on her side. So I think good for her. And I wish her all the best. It seems like she really has the potential to be great.
Yeah.
It's a lot starting a new career, especially like, you know, I don't know. I wish I like started a career like younger.
Yeah.
Earlier in my 20s. But good for her. It's never too late.
No, definitely not. And a lot of people say that real estate is like a good business for as you get older. Yeah. It's a good retirement business. You get to make your own schedule. It's busy though. It's busy and it's hectic and you really have to be there for your people.
All the time.
Yeah.
On vacation.
On vacation. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, for sure. I worked on vacation too.
Yep.
But it's
It's
never
fine.
ending. It's just something that you kind of take with the job. We've talked about it before where you just have to set boundaries. You can't stress yourself out at 11 p.m. because there's nothing you can do. My mom has very good advice and she says sleep on it. Just sleep on it.
Yeah.
If you still feel the same way in the morning, then make the phone calls you need to make.
Yep.
But yeah, those are my stories for today. Sorry there was like no theme at all. There was like a little bit of an animal theme and then just
The theme is real estate.
yes. You're so right. Very accurate. Love that. Oh, my feet are falling asleep. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Follow
we have
us.
to say.
Follow us on TikTok. And did you hear my ending of our last
Twitter?
Yeah, I'm like,
It's not
Twitter.
even called Twitter anymore.
It's not. It's X.
Like, subscribe, follow on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube.
Bye.
Bye.